Hey, Redbird here. You everyone. If you are here, say hi in the comments, in the chat. So, welcome to everyone who's watching. While you're coming in, if you have anyone join us live today, if not, you can always come back and watch the recording. But I do want to tell you a little bit about myself, why I'm here. So my name is Redbird. I also go by Lisa. And when I actually started with Rcrdshp, I started as a user, not as an employee. I just joined the team back in November, so it's only been a few months. Would love to hear your stories, how you came to be with Rcrdshp in the chat here as well. And one thing I personally really liked about the platform was the ease of use, the how accessible it was. It was my first kind of NFT project that I got into, and now I'm all in as an employee. So here today to welcome you and to show you around the website a little bit. I'm going to keep doing these regularly, at least once or twice a month, just to help our new users understand the site. So if you do have any questions while I'm going through the website, please feel free to ask in the chat. If I don't answer your particular question, it might be because I am going to answer it upcoming. And of course, I always do take feedback on these streams. So if you do have anything that you think I should add into the upcoming stream, hit me up on Discord. I will show you Discord in a little bit. Anytime that I'm saying anything that doesn't make sense, I will try my best to explain that as well. So just remind me, or if you feel like there's something else I should add, please come on and ask me. Hello, Maker in Training, joined because of the Fat Rat story cards. Amazing. I'm really excited to learn more about the Fat Rat. We've got some conversations going on internally to help everybody understand them a little better. So love it. All right, I'm going to share my screen now on a Rcrdshp. So I've got a whole list of things that we're gonna go through now. Let me just get my notes up. All right, so first of all, what the heck is a digital collectible? What is Rcrdshp? Why are we doing these digital collectibles? So conceptually, not that dissimilar from owning a CD, owning a record. I'm going to go over to my collection right now, actually. So when I was a user, as I mentioned before, I was a user from when we launched in July or August all the way up to November when I became a staff member. So I had grown up actually quite a healthy collection. I had well over 500 collectibles. I've sold a couple hundred as well. So just wanted to show off sort of what these look like. So I'm going to show you actually this really wicked Vassy card that we got over Christmas that was airdropped to Vassy collectors. So for me, kind of what is this concept of a digital collectible? Again, when I think about it's like owning something physical, it's just all digitized, which I love. So here I've got a serialed number, a serialed collectible of Vassy's. And Vassy's the artist. I have a whole bunch of really awesome holiday music attached to that. So I can see here that 348 of these cards were minted, and minted just means that that's how many were created when this was created. I own number 17 of that. Curious to hear Politico's what number do you have if you have your Vassy card? What's your serial number? Serial numbers, how important are they? That kind of depends on your own collection and what you find valuable. Some of our users really find it valuable to have a low serial number. I personally really like having a low serial number, like closer to number 1. And then there's also the search for the perfect serial. So number 348 of this Vassy collectible would be the perfect serial. What else do I want to tell you? So if you click through, actually this particular card has 5 card faces and it gives you a little bit more information about Vassy, about why she created this card. There's even a video attached. I don't think you can hear that, so I won't play it. So super cool. Then the back of the card, it always has a face and a back. once you own a card, you can list it for sale. I'll talk about that in a little bit. One other thing I want to point out before I move on is this icon right here. This one, and it has a little coin icon. That is called a coin. I'll talk about how you unlock those coins a little bit later on. Next up, Politico says 246. Nice. Next up, I'm going to hop over to kind of look at some other views of our collection and what you can see here. So they've got our collectibles, then we've got our sets. And a set is basically just a way of combining a group of related collectibles. So a lot of them are based around a label and cards that are connected to that label. So if I open my Ballroom Genesis, you can see here, I have 11 of 19 publicly known collectibles. This set here is closed, which means we won't be adding any more new collectibles to the set. So I can scroll down, I can see every single one that I own from Ballroom, and then I can see which ones I'm missing, and you can click on them and buy them there. So then I could have a completed closed set. But right now I only have 11 of 19. Cool. Another way we can look at our collection, the last one here are our packs, which if you are a new user, you came in buying a pack, which I think I saw Maker in Training, you came in because of the Fat Rat. Hopefully you were able to buy one of the packs. I've got a couple of those packs still left unopened even. I'm not going to open them right now, but sometimes we do those live here on Twitch. So here are the packs that I have, all of the packs that I've ever bought. I can see here if it's still sealed, if it's been revealed. All of our packs are completely randomized when you buy them through a pack drop. And I'll talk about drops in a moment, but it's completely randomized. So the serial number that you're going to get of the pack itself, it doesn't matter if you're the first person to buy or the 150th person to buy, your chances of getting a random serial is all the same. Even the cards within the packs, completely randomized. There were a few, I'm glad you guys bought a lot. I hope you got some good stuff out of there. There were a few drops really at the early stages of Rcrdshp where they weren't randomized, and it was actually like the earlier you bought, the lower your serials would be. But that has been since switched up, so it's completely random now. Just want to think if there's anything else I want to talk about in the collectibles. If you just come back to this tab, there's lots of ways that you can sort them by. You can search in your collection. Once you start to get a really healthy collection like I have, it's really difficult because you only have so many on a page. Like you can see I have 25 pages. So for me to find one of my collectibles, it takes me a moment. Usually it's really helpful to search. All right, I'm going to head over to the drops now since we just talked about that. Right now we don't have a drop open, but if we did, I'll come over here to this Genesis one that we had in December. There would be a button here that says buy. Now there's a few options. Actually, you can buy with balance. You can buy in a few different ways. Balance, credit card. And I do think crypto's coming, but I'm not going to make any promises on that. So right now, I think for me as a user, when I was again, pre-employee, I loved that I could buy with my credit card. It made it really easy for me, really accessible, that I didn't have to worry about putting money into a block to a wallet or anything like that. So super, super awesome there. You can learn a little bit more of our descriptions. I'll show you actually a resource that we have where we actually publish prior to the drop what to expect in the drop. So I'll show you that towards the end of this stream. Next up, I really want to talk about challenges, because challenges are a way to start showing your fandom by winning some really cool stuff. So we don't have any available right now. Currently, our page just shows the last challenge, but I'm going to hop over now to our previous challenges to quickly touch on some of the challenges we've had, some of the rewards that we've given, because they are so cool. So I really, really think you should make sure you're on our mailing list to learn about these when we release them. So I'll start with Todd Terry, because this was our first challenge, even though it's second in the pile here. By completing this challenge, it was a set completion challenge, as I'll call it. Let it load here. So you had to collect all of the Todd Terry collectibles that were in a specific drop. hold on to them until the timer ran out. And that was literally all the steps to complete the challenge. It was super easy. Next, a airdrop was sent, and an airdrop is just a way for us to send something to you without you having to purchase it, without it coming through a drop. And it was a rare remix of This Is America that Todd Terry did. It is so good. This is, I think, the only challenge that I was still a user for, that I wasn't an employee for. So I got this card. It was so awesome. Yeah, sorry. Doggy is deciding he's getting a little anxious in here. It's like, I've heard this one before. This is Freddie, everybody. Hi, Fred. You coming to say hello? All right. A couple other challenges I want to talk about. First, I'll talk about the Berlin. We had 2-part challenge with Berlin. The grand prize was a trip to Berlin, won by Nighthawk. We had incorporated serial numbers so that your lowest serials or higher serials were all incorporated. Really, really fun challenge, and had to do with burning, which again, I will talk about in a little bit. Solar Stone, similar reward for the Solar Stone, who's one of our artists. Very similar reward, where the winner was going to be flown out to a festival that Solar Stone was playing at, and got to experience the tour manager experience. Super, super cool. And our most recent challenge that I am really excited to talk about, because I'm always excited about this one, we did Rcrdshp Studio, which is a new concept that we just released in December. That we did this collaboration with the Disco Fries and Lana Leon, where users had to complete a few simple steps, really, really easy. You had to have one card in your collection. I think it never got above $4. You had to send a tweet, and then you just had to link your social accounts, which I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And the prize was everybody who completed it were brought into this private Discord chat to talk with the artists. And then the artists did a live stream here on Twitch where they were finalizing a song together, and those people who were in that private Discord actually got to vote and make changes to the song based on what they wanted to hear. It was so cool. It was so fun. So would love to know if you're here in the chat today watching. Were you there? What'd you think? I think it was awesome. I'm really excited. I'm working right now on getting the rare card put together. It's going to be sick. It was in the middle of the night for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was 8 p.m. My time is Eastern time, like New York time. And so it was 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for me, which wasn't that, which like not, it's a little late, but like it was fine. Yeah. So here, let me throw up some of these comments. So being part of the creation process really makes you look at the song differently. We're all really excited to get it. It was really cool. I agree that seeing those things changed in real time, and that one of my favorite parts is that not even the because Disco Fries and Lana had planned a few things that they were going to ask the audience and get feedback on. But then there was a few other things that the audience came up with, and they're like, oh, I'd be so cool to do this. Even the actual name of the song was chosen by one of our users. So super cool. Lots of opportunities there. More Rcrdshp Studio stuff is going to be coming up. So keep an eye out on our challenges. What am I talking about next? Next, I'm going to go to my Rcrdshp account, except I'm just going to hop over to my work account because it just has my personal information, and I'd rather you see that for my work account than my actual personal information. So over here is my profile area. So a few things you're going to see. You can add a profile picture. Your name is not editable, but you can send in a one-time request to support. All of this good stuff here. Social accounts, super important. This is where we are doing, when we do things like the Disco Fries challenge, the Rcrdshp Studio challenge, we needed to have your Discord and your Twitter connected, because otherwise we just wouldn't know who you are when you're sending that tweet, when you're accessing Discord. This is the only way that we can know who you are if you connect your socials. So That's why that's really important for those challenges. And I'm going to actually bring up one other thing on my personal account, except I just closed that. Let me just stop sharing my screen for a mo, because that was not smart to do. Because I want to show you balance, and I have balance in my personal account, just not on my Rcrdshp account. So the way you earn balance, you don't earn balance, actually. You get balance through spending money, or selling your collectibles, or you can create payment codes. So if you have balance because you've sold some collectibles, you can now use this balance to buy packs and drops, which I loved that update on the last pack drop. Thank you, Obi. Hello, Old Man Showdown. All right. So I just wanted to show you that balance really quickly. I'm going to head back over. I have a lot of stuff open, guys. I have a problem with tabs. I do things like pretend that I don't when I'm on this stream, though. So here is what my account looks like when I don't have any balance. Finally, verification. This is a very important step in us being able to do withdrawals. I'm not going to talk about withdrawals today. We do not have a timeline on them. If you do have a balance, obviously with this account, I don't have a balance. So it's fine. Sue, I have not actually gone through all the steps of verifying my ID, but you actually need to have a piece of ID with you. This, you might hear it referred to as KYC, or know your customer. And it just helps us, again, know, because we're dealing with money, we need to make sure that we know who you are. Sweet. All right, next I'm going to head over to the market. Because we've talked about buying things, we talked about selling things. Let's go actually look at what that looks like. So marketplace, pretty straightforward. You can see all of the stuff. You can search for stuff. Who should I search for? I'm going to search for that Vassy Christmas card and see what comes up. I can see Vassy has 2 cards right now. If you want to get in on that Christmas acoustics, $10 right now. Not bad. So let's come and look at this. I can see here, if cereals are important to me, I can see the pricing of the different cereals, the list price. For example, do I want to pay an extra $10 for a really low cereal? Maybe, especially I'll notice sometimes it's only a couple dollars difference. You get a slightly lower cereal. So that usually helps for me, gets me interested in it. Before I do anything else on this page, I actually want to show you what happens when you go to list a collectible, because I want to show you the breakdown. I'm going to list this Vassy card for $100, say. So I do want to note here that it's a $12.50 fee for commission and secondary resale fees. So that's a pay to our artists, the creators, and then I can see here what will actually go into my balance. Yes, Politico's got that right. The sale, some of this money, a good chunk of this money is going back to the artist, which is really important to note and helps me when I'm like, oh, do I want to sell this? It's helpful to know that you're going back to the artist. I think that's a big, really, really important point of our whole mission. Music is valuable. We know music is valuable. We know artists aren't making a reasonable living doing things on Spotify, doing things for YouTube, unless you're, one of the really lucky few who make it really big. So this is a way that every single sale of your digital collectible is going to actually kick back to the artist, which is actually super different from when you think about a record or a CD that you might own, or a poster. That's a one-time sale. I bet things like posters, artists aren't seeing any of that back. So good to show that. So for packs, I also want to note, if I try to go sell a pack, it's actually a higher fee to sell an unopened pack on the market. So again, if I put in that $100, it's actually a 25% fee, because we have more than one creator, more than one artist in each pack. So we want to distribute more funds to those artists. I always suggest opening your packs and seeing them. I think it's way more fun. You'll notice in my collection, I don't have very many unopened packs because I just really like opening them. I only have 6 sealed, and a lot of opened. All right, next up, we already talked about account balance, so I think that makes sense. If you have any other questions about that, post it in the chat. I want to show you the analytics page. Nice place here. Ooh, I should have talked about the player when I was looking at our collection, actually. So before we come on, so if I come here, I play one of these songs. I can hear it. You probably can't hear it right now, but so super cool. Player goes through the whole site. We are definitely working on enhancements to the player, playlists, saving playlists, all that good stuff, all coming soon. For now, it's you do just have to come to the card and click play. You can add to playlist, I believe. Can I see my playlist? Yeah. There it is. All right, analytics. Just thought of something else I should have added before I went to analytics, but I will add that next time. All right, so this is our general analytics page. We can come and see card stats for all 439 collectibles. Refreshes every 5 minutes. You can sort each column here by typing on or clicking on the top here. So it just helps give you an overview of, is the card a release? Will there be tracks on it? Is it an artifact? Which you didn't really talk about those. I should talk about that. How many coins are associated, the number of tracks, how many were minted, et cetera, et cetera. So we do have a few different types of cards. We have a release, which means that it actually does have a track on it, has some music on it, an artifact. Let me bring up an artifact. Or why don't I sort by type? So I want to show you a couple of them. Maybe some that I will not be showing later. So like, this is one of our artifacts. Put your fucking hands up. Fun moments from raves. These are the artifacts. Not all of them have utility yet. I'm going to talk about the ones that we know have utility in a moment. While I'm on this page, I'm going to go back to my collection and show you another thing that I haven't showed you quite yet. If I come here, on any of the collectibles that you own, if you scroll down just a little bit, it'll give you a little bit of information about what's happening in the marketplace. So you can see how many of these are being held, how many are for sale, how many have been burned, if there is any still sealed in packs. Current floor, what the highest ever sale was. So super information right there. That always helps me whenever I'm deciding whether I want to list an item for sale. I'm also going to do this little thing called card in hand. So from your collection, grab a card, drag it. Angelica says she loves the art from this collection. Lara does some really fantastic art. And hi, Stone Effect. Hey, hey. All right. So I got this one card in hand. I want to show you what this does. So when I come back to analytics, wha-bam, I get way more info, like so much more info. So extraordinary insights gives you extraordinary insights. Ooh, smart. Nice naming. So super cool that you're getting more information. You're also getting more information on your collection itself. No, it has to be from a card that I've purchased, which I always use the same ones that I remember that I've done. So I purchased this Tube and Burger car. So now it also lists the sale history. So I can see bought it for $19.50. Very helpful. And once a card has gone around a couple times, it'll show the whole sales history, which is super cool. I want to actually put a couple other artifacts in my hand because they have some other utility. So extraordinary insight, secret, handshake. I'll pop in my hand. Secret handshake with a K. There's 2. Lighter. Actually, I'll come back to lighter in a sec. I'll do Walkie Talkie. All right. So I'll start. So I already started with Extraordinary Insights. Next, I'll show you. Oh, that's an interesting feature there. Try it again. There. All right. Next, I will show you Secret Handshake. So if I, go to the market, decide I want to expand my collection, want to buy, lose my mind. So I'm going to pick which one I want. So seems like a great deal, $350. Now that I have Secret Handshake and or Secret with a K Handshake in my hand, I would only keep one in your hand. This icon here is going to appear. And if I hold it down, so I'm just going to let it go because I don't actually want to make the purchase right now. But that would actually allow it to purchase. I'm shaking hands, making a deal. And it'll take from my balance. Remember my balance? I had, $4,000 in balance. So it'll take from that rather than me having to use my credit card. Oh, Dealy, I just saw your comment there about your Discord username. I got you. I think it's fine, but I will also let you know if it's not fine. All right. So that's Secret Handshake. Secret Handshake with a K behaves a little bit differently. There's a chance that your card will get burned. I don't fully understand the mechanics of it, but I think the higher your Secret Handshake serial number, the more likely that it is that you're going to burn the card that you're trying to buy. So just be wary of that. And I also think now I think I saw on Discord that Dr. Nick released some feature that it will hide your sales information when you go into the Get It Real Time chat, which I'll show you in a few moments. So before I talk about that one, I'm going to go back to my collection and show you a few other cards. So there's this lighter. Oh, I only have one, but I had two. There are sirens, right? So you can stop it if it will get burned. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I'm not sure how it works. Sorry, Hotspur. I don't have an answer for that one. Maybe someone from the Rcrdshp team might have an answer. I'll try to get an answer for that for next time I do this. Secret Handshake. All right. The next few artifacts I want to show you are, there's two lighter cards. I thought I had both, but apparently I only have one. And Matchbook. They behave the same. They just have some different features built into them. So this is for burning, and burning will destroy a card. So I just added this lighter into my hand, and this little flame appeared under this Matchbook. So burning, if I were to hold this down all the way, I'm going to stop. It would destroy this Matchbook card. There would be a little tombstone. It'd be really sad. The benefit for me as a user is that it releases these coins, these 3 coins that they just live in the card until you burn it. You have no way to access it. Coins are going to be a very important part of the game side of Rcrdshp that, details are kind of coming out, but we don't know a whole ton about quite yet. So for the Matchbook, you can come in here, you can see how many uses remain. So there's limited uses to each of these lighters and Matchbooks. For this one, there's only 12 uses. For this lighter here, if I go back, lighter, there are 60 uses. Although this lighter can be refueled once we get to crafting, which is another feature hopefully coming out this year or in the next 6 months, I think Obi was saying, that will allow you to take 2 cards, put them together to create something different. So for example, it's been teased that some of that specifically this lighter, and there's another lighter that has 120 uses, but that one would not be refillable. It's just like a little plastic lighter, and this is a Zippo, so you can refill it. Get it? Very thoughtful. All of these cards are very thought out well by the team who does that, which is not me. Cool. All right, the last artifact I want to show you before we move out is Walkie Talkie. So having this card in your hand will actually open up a new chat room in Discord as long as you have Discord connected on your profile. So let's go to Discord. So this actually opens up Get It Real Time. Here we go. And Get It Real Time is a list of all the sales. Oh, there we go. Secret Handshake. So Secret Handshake does actually hide out. And I don't know if it's, I don't know all the details. If it's secret with a K or secret with a C works as well. It's super cool. So if you don't want anyone to know that you're buying, use Secret Handshake. That was actually a really important part of one of the Berlin challenges. Part of that challenge was burning cards to release coins, and the user that had the most coins was the one that won that trip to Berlin. Part of his strategy, he came on Twitch and told us about it. Part of his strategy was going back and looking at the few people right below him in the leaderboard and seeing how much they had bought, and if they had burned everything they had bought, would they beat him with coins? So that's how he decided when to stop burning. Worked out really well for him. He's getting like an all expenses paid trip to Germany once things open up. Cool. I also just want to talk about Discord now, and some of the other official resources as well as unofficial resources that you have access to as a Rcrdshp user. So our general Discord, definitely keep an eye on our announcements. I just highly recommend you join. You're going to get a lot of good info in here. You know, all here you can see some of the basic stuff. So this section here, info, is only editable by our team. Support, everybody can talk in here. If you do have suggestions for our team, like really pop them in here. Our team reads through these at pretty much every level of the organization. This is somewhere that they'll go and actually read and see what suggestions are coming in. Support, this is your direct line to support. Most of the time, they're going to tell you to submit a support ticket. I should have showed that. Super easy to access. Well, bam, you just scroll to the bottom and click on support. Then you can submit a support ticket. And the reason we're really pushing that you submit support tickets is that it helps us keep track and make sure we don't lose anything. And, you know, for anybody who works in any sort of help desk role, you know how important it is to track your stats, to understand what people are asking about. Because if we're seeing an uptick in a certain type of request, that's something that they can flag and bring to our development team. FAQ, always some good info here. Resources from the community. This is really fantastic. I really recommend keeping an eye on this page here. Many of our community members have contributed to make our community better, and we love seeing what you come up with. Actually, I think that's a huge part of how I got my job here, is that I was a community member who contributed this one here. Excuse me. So, highly recommend you check this out. All the links are here. I'm going to go through one or two of these as we go as well. Sorry. Ooh, can't talk for this long all by myself. Just kidding. Questions for staff. We just made this one. It's a fairly new channel where you can come and get direct access to us. The main reason we created this is that sometimes general chat, where most of the chat happens, gets really busy. So we don't want to lose sight of what you're asking us. So make sure you ask it in questions for staff. Then you'll see a whole section of other rooms that you can pop in and out of. I don't want to click on this because I see there's some unreads and I'm going to forget if I click on it now. I'll come to this one that we just did for, this was the private room for the Disco Fries Rcrdshp Studio Challenge. So you can come in here. Like, users are coming in, making suggestions, talking about all the good stuff that's going on. I really love our community. I think it's the best. Discord is the best way to get hooked up with everyone. Medium. Medium's the next thing I'm going to show you after I cough again. Sorry, tickle in my throat. I mentioned earlier that we post what's coming up in the drop. These are the posts that I was referring to. So Andrew on our team creates these, and we share them with the community, usually a day or two before the drop, so you know what to expect, how many packs are going to be dropped, the price, what is going to be contained in there. And then you can actually see a full list of what is going to be there. So definitely, I would subscribe. If I was you, I would subscribe to our Medium. That'll get these directly into your inbox. Not only do we post what's in the drop, we post things like the Rcrdshp studio, what that was going to be, that the article about what was the Participate to Create challenge. So you get some really good insider information here. Next up, the next place I would make sure you're subscribed to is right here on Twitch. Hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, at least hit the follow button. That'll get you notifications when we are going live. Some of the things that we do on Twitch, if you do scroll down and look at our videos, we do these. I'm trying to do them at least every 2 weeks now. And then Hot Safari, just saw your question here. Can we have Discord announcements whenever there is a Twitch stream? I usually do a Discord announcement. I just didn't do one today. I don't always do them with the 101s. But that is probably a good idea. Usually I just, this isn't really intended for our users who have been around for a while, because I think you guys know most of this stuff. I'm not revealing anything new on these. These are really intended for new users. But yeah, make sure you scroll down, hit follow. You'll get a push notification to your phone if you have the Twitch app. Yes, we do have a bot that posts as well. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, to know in advance so you can plan around your day. Next up, some unofficial resources. So if I go back and look at, actually right out of Discord, out of that resources from the community section here, you can reach right here, ogaf.club. This is for your more advanced user. If you're more of a collector, you want to flip some things, this is a really great website to help you out. Created by, so this is not official, not affiliated with Rcrdshp, but gives you all the really great data that you can use. So, OGAF. Oh yeah, I haven't even talked about that yet. OGAF. So OGAF. Original Gangster As Fuck. So for users who have been around since the early days, this set was released called OGAF, OGAF, and it has 7 cards in it. Collecting all 7 of them and then posting that you've finished your collection on Discord gets you a few things, gets you a purple party. So whenever we have somebody new joining OGAF, we do a little purple party. And there have been rewards in the past. OGAF have received airdrops of packs or wristbands to access to packs. They've been the Extraordinary Insights card that I showed you earlier. That was an OGAF reward. So this gives you some, like if you needed to buy everything right now at floor price, what would it cost you? There's also this great little OGAF history, so you can look back, expand if we look at the last 2 months. Ooh, crunching the latest data just for me makes me feel so special. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Maybe I shouldn't have gone back quite so far. Now it's going to be mad. So anyway, you can come here, see it. I'm not going to wait around just to show you. Then there's also details on all of the packs, what was in it. You can see exactly sort of that same thing that we were seeing on Medium, that this will be more historic rather than looking into the future. The list of all collectibles are here. So you can come in and get some info on that. The page is slow today, Marco. Marco's probably not even watching. Come in, you can check out some of this stuff. I see some cool cards that I want. Like Captain Hook, Iboga. We just had them on one of our live streams here on Twitch. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to mention about what we do here on Twitch. So not only do we have these Record Shop 101s, we also have artists coming on. We're doing sets with them. We're working on scheduling all those right now. So hopefully we'll have some coming up this month. But we had Captain Hook on. We had Iboga Records back at the end of December. So you can kind of sort through things here. Again, this site is just great to give you an overview. And then the final one I'll show you is the one that as I said earlier, kind of got me a job here. Market links spreadsheet is also in that Discord chat, the link here. Super easy way to at a glance see every single collectible, what the floor price is, mint count. This is your like truly at a glance way to look at it. You can also do some really cool stuff depending on how much of an Excel nerd you are, which I'm a big one. You can do some really cool stuff and pull this into your own. You can import this data into your own spreadsheets, into your own Google spreadsheets. If I showed you my personal collection and the nerdy stuff I do with it, it's pretty fun. So I literally just pull that one tab over into my own. And then I've got my list of all my cards. Again, I found it just really difficult to keep track of everything in the early days before a lot of these cards, before we had a lot of analytics like OGAF Club. So I was doing it all in Excel or in Google Sheets at least. And then the community started adding to it and making it better and better. Because when we only had like 20 or 50 collectibles, it was super reasonable to do that manually. But now this is all automated. It updates every hour. What else? Any other questions that anybody has? Post them now. I'm going to keep chatting away for the next few minutes until somebody posts a question. But yeah, I'm totally open to any suggestions for future demos. As we have more features coming up, I'll add those into the demos. As I said, I want to do these about twice a week. So any new users coming in can see what we're doing, see what we're all about, understand Rcrdshp a little bit better. Some things that I would totally recommend checking out. We did a Twitch stream with Obi just yesterday. It was about an hour understanding. For the first 30 minutes, we talked about the Rcrdshp Studio Challenge with Disco Fries and Lana Leon. And then the next 30 minutes, we talked more about company strategy directly with Obi. So those are really great streams. We're doing those once a month on the first Monday of every month. Then on... Sorry. Just was trying to open Twitch over there and could hear myself, and that's not nice. That's the first Monday of every month. We're going to start up with our Chief Product Officer on the third Monday of every month. So 2 weeks after Obi's chat, to talk about product and to hear like what's coming up. So I'm super pumped about starting with him, with Jonathan. It'll be great. And we are planning more artists meetups, more interviews, more sets. So keep an eye. All of those will absolutely be posted to Discord. So that's a really important reason to be in Discord. You get all of the news really early on. I do not see any other questions coming in, but please feel free to reach out to me on Discord. Again, my username is Redbird. With Lisa in parentheses, exactly how it is here, mirrored. So hit me up, whether you post right in our general discussion or you send me a DM, a direct message. Totally good with either of those. I might not take all your suggestions because I got to keep all of it in mind. So I'm going to just go and look at who we can raid because I think I'm pretty much done here, and I appreciate everyone being here. Oh, so Hot Safari just asked a request, probably even asked, but could there be a way to hide your hand on mobile? I definitely hear that one. I really struggle with that as well. I know the team has been working on changes, UI changes, so user interface changes so that the hand is like quite large on mobile. It's hard to do things. So they are working on that. I know that's on in their backlog. Politicos, where did your handle Redbird come from? I don't know if I want to give that one away so easily. I want to hear some guesses. All right. I'm gonna just see if any other questions coming through. Otherwise, I think we're gonna go and raid and go listen to some music. Late Night Drifter name. I wish I was that cool. All right, folks, it has been a pleasure. Again, hit me up on Discord if you had any other recommendations. We'll be doing this again in a few weeks. But for now, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you all soon. And let's go and listen to some music.